Once there was a little boy named Timmy who lived in a small village on the outskirts of town. Timmy was a curious and adventurous child, but one day he wandered too far into the nearby forest. As he explored deeper, he began to notice strange things around him. The trees grew taller and darker, the leaves rustled menacingly, and he heard eerie noises echoing from the shadows. Timmy felt a creeping sense of dread wash over him, but he pressed on, determined to discover the secret of the forest. Suddenly he stumbled upon a rickety old cabin, nearly swallowed up by the tangled undergrowth. Without warning, the door to the cabin creaked open, and out stepped a hideous old woman with jagged teeth and twisted fingers. Her eyes glowed red like hot coals as she snatched Timmy up and dragged him inside. As he sat trembling in a corner, the old woman cackled and chanted a wicked incantation. In an instant, Timmy felt his body begin to shift and change, growing hair and fangs and turning him into a monstrous werewolf. Terrified and alone, Timmy was doomed to live out the rest of his days in this cursed state, a reminder of the terrible fate that awaits those who dare to wander into the unknown. Once a bustling hospital, the abandoned building now stood as a creepy reminder of its dark past. Situated in the middle of a dense forest, the hospital was notorious for its gruesome experiments and supernatural sightings. Local legends claimed that the hospital doctors conducted twisted experiments on their patients, extracting their organs without anesthesia and leaving them to die. Many patients who perished in the hospital were reportedly buried in the forest, with their tormented souls forever trapped in the vicinity. There have been numerous reports of strange noises, ghostly apparitions, and unexplained movements in the abandoned hospital. Many brave souls ventured into the deserted building, desperate to uncover the truth about the hospital's haunting past, but none returned unscathed. Some claimed they heard eerie whispers and felt icy cold gusts of wind blowing through the hallways. Others reported seeing shadowy figures darting past the windows and disappearing into the darkness. A few even claimed to have been physically assaulted by unseen entities. As the years passed, the rumors only intensified, and the hospital became a beacon for paranormal enthusiasts and thrill seekers. But those who dared to journey into the abandoned hospital were met with a terrifying fate. A fate that led many to believe that the spirits of the hospital's unfortunate patients were still trapped within its walls, seeking revenge on the living. After Josh found out about the haunted hospital, he became obsessed with learning more about it. He spent countless hours researching the history of the hospital and the tragic events that led to its haunted reputation. Eventually, he decided that he needed to see it for himself. One Friday night, Josh convinced his friends to go with him to the hospital. At first, they were reluctant, but Josh promised them that it would just be a silly adventure. As they made their way down the old dirt road, they could feel their stomachs knotting up with fear. When they arrived at the hospital, they could see that it was even more decrepit than they had imagined. The windows were boarded up, and the roof was caved in. But despite the obvious signs of abandonment, the group still couldn't shake the feeling that they were being watched. As they cautiously made their way inside, they heard strange noises coming from all around them. Shadows danced on the walls, and they could hear faint whispers in the air. Suddenly, one of Josh's friends let out a blood-curdling scream. When they turned to see what had happened, they saw that she had been grabbed by the leg by something in the darkness. As they ran out of the hospital, they could hear laughter echoing behind them. It was only when they got back into the car and sped away that they realized that Josh was missing. They searched for hours, but they never found him. Some say that he was taken by the ghosts that haunt the hospital, while others believe that he simply got lost in the darkness. Whatever the case may be, Josh was never seen again, and the haunted hospital remains a mystery to this day.